Okay guys, I'm gonna go long here, but then about why I'm doing this, later I'll come back and explain, okay? Wait, but actually... Yup. Stop loss pull. Okay. And so, what I'm basing off this trade is basically you can say it's like 6 is the idea, but yeah, let me sit first, okay? Then I'll tell you guys about this trade idea I'm taking. So overall, and let me pull the take profit. For today, let's just use Fibonacci. Yeah, from here up to here, then usual everything. Okay, and the first target will be a -1 level, but remember today is Monday, right? Just yes. So just gonna aim for 5 handles to the upside. Okay, why is that? Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, these two lines is the CE week and CE week of the 4-hour chart or 1-hour chart, I forget it. It's 1 hour. Yeah. So what's it? Okay, 15 minutes, sorry. Or 5 minutes. It's either just these two, okay. Okay. So this red line is here. This one is the CE weeks. And this is the blue one. So yeah, very hard to see. So I think I'll change the dot into something else. Do this. Okay, maybe now it's easier to see a bit. Okay. So this red one and the blue one. So I think we shall just see the blue one. Anyway, this red one, this line, and this CE week, this two is important. So if we drag it through, yeah, I know it's very hard to see, but you can see that. See how we stopped it at the at this fair value gap here. See, this is not really important. Delete. Okay, so this is the OCE week. Can see here you got fair value gap. After doing what? Okay, sorry. So bring a fib here to here. Okay. So for today is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday here. So this is the new week opening gap. So for this week, right, the new week opening gap is just one price. Okay. What do I mean by that? This is what I mean by that. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, you can see the Sunday opening price here. Open is here. Then the Friday closing price. So basically this for this week, new week opening gap is just one price, and this CB is going to be important. This is basically the first displacement after the week. So definitely want to draw it throughout the week because it will be very influential. So I'm going to draw this and say the first displacement of the week. Okay, something like that. Maybe we are gonna use like green. Okay, and here I'll just write first displacement of the week. Okay, so I'll make a mental note for this CB. Sorry, green. And we'll see. Okay, did we draw back down to it? Okay, so when you see I draw this fair value gap here, and yeah, we basically just be going higher. So this is the first displacement of the week on the 15-minute chart. Displace lower, trade above higher. Here got the fair value gap, went higher, went to the 18/7 end dog, and then the and then we did retrace in the BC and the previous day's high. Where is the previous day high? Okay, it's all key of this. Okay, this is the previous day. Okay, now it's not previous day high, now it's previous 2-day high. Okay, so let's change it. So previous 2-day high means previous day high. Okay, so previous day high. So if you go to the 15-minute chart, once again, what we can see is at the is that we had two fair value gap here. Okay, but price trades into this fair value gap into here. This is a balanced price range. Yes, in ICT's new content, you got talk about it. Okay, so this is a balanced price range. This green line, I'm going to delete it. Okay, so as you can see, we stopped it at the balanced price range, midpoint of it, which was higher. Because if it wants to fill this 15-minute BC, it should have filled this 15-minute BC. But what we are seeing here is we didn't even fill this 15-minute BC. Went up, came down, stopped, never even want to fill it. Stops at the C of this new PD array. This is ICT's 15-minute. This ICT's new PD array. I don't know what's the name of it also, but this is basically a balanced price range. Then we close above, reach higher, and then right now form a swing high. So this is seen as a order block. So we'll see how. Okay. So if you go down on the 5-minute chart, basically is this BC right here, and my stop loss just pulled down below because we are also at right now the. If you go to the weekly chart, so if you go to the weekly chart, what I'm seeing is, oh my god, on weekly chart also looks pretty bullish actually. Let's draw the CE wick here. So CE wick comes at 6346.25. Let's see what's the upper quadrant of the week. Upper quadrant comes at 6351.75. So that is where the 1 hour balance price range is. Okay, never mind, I just draw it. Color, change it to this color. Okay, go down to 15 minute. So basically, we stopped it at the upper quadrant of the week, and this is the 1 hour chart. So 1 hour chart, we may have some rejection. Okay, there's something to note here. Okay, this is the 1 hour balance price range that I drew last week during the weekly review. You can see we stopped it at it, and right now it's retracing lower. Definitely not what I like to see. Okay, it's on the 15-minute chart. It's basically the same, and 5-minute. This is seen as order block. Okay, so mean of this, which is here, this should hold support. Okay, if price trades below it, then I'm gonna get stopped out. And this is basically the daily balance price range, and you can see on 5-minute we have it as well beautifully to the CE of it. Oh my god, look closely. Okay, look at this, and when you go daily chart, sorry, weekly chart, was it 4 hour? Okay, never mind. as on the 15-minute chart. Came down here, respect here, you go 5 minutes, you're gonna see the same thing here. So price is fractal. Yes, and yep, that's basically what I'm expecting. So we are at the 350 macro, and let's go and see, do we have any midnight first get? Nothing much, so we don't have it. So to me, I'm just expecting the order flow looks bullish, so the risk is also acceptable, this risk right here, and this is the order block, so I'm going to expect the mean of here to hold price. And this is the weekly seeing wick. We can see we came down here at the weekly seeing wick, we supported, came down to this balance price range, then rejects higher. This is seen as a displacement, and if you see Nasdaq is above that 830 high as well. Okay, so Nasdaq is just looking bullish, okay, and above this high or this high. Okay, so Nasdaq continues to stay firm above this high here, and S&P not firm above it. So Nasdaq is giving me good signs. Want to see it continue stay firm above this swing high here. Okay, so definitely we can expect S&P to trade above the highs. And now I'm seeing Nasdaq, I want to see kind of like displacement above here, then it will bring S&P to displace above it as well. Okay, so this is Dow ugly. Dollar, well, dollar looks pretty firm to the downside. Okay, don't really like this rejection here, so okay, we got sell side right here. So lower dollar means higher indices. So very nice, we start displacing higher. Nasdaq firm above the high. So what we can expect? We can expect S&P to be firm above this high as well. Because if it were to be moving in tandem together, if Nasdaq is pulling here, we can expect pulling above the high in S&P as well. So my entry is using this 5-minute BC. So very nice. Right now price is doing very nicely until 4:10. We still got time. And this is basically the weekly high. Okay, shooting through above the 1 hour balance price range right now, which is what I like, which is what I want to see. Okay, I don't want to see respect the C of it. I want to see just shoot above it and just not respect it. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. Okay, very nice reaction here. So we can pull out another Fulcrum point from here up to here. Okay, so from here up to here you can see the -1 level is here. So -1.25. What about -1.25 level? Okay, so Fulcrum point from here to here, -1 level is here. So my 5 handles is right at there. And yeah, what can I say? Things is just looking pretty okay. Okay, I don't like what it's doing here. Nasdaq rejected lower. Not really nice. S&P, dollar, I'm expecting it to the sell side right here. So we are actually quite in symmetry. So the fact that Nasdaq did this rejection lower, okay, means what? Means I actually don't like what I'm seeing right here already. And so right now my stop loss, I'm just gonna keep my stop loss at where it is, even though I don't like this reaction right here. But then, you know, sometimes you just gotta let price do its thing. Don't be afraid of this kind of, you know, retracement, as long as I'm following what I want to see. Okay, so from here to here, the -1 level is still up here, and that is basically what I'm aiming for. That's the fulcrum point, and right now through this fulcrum point, -1 level is right here. So that is where but generally I'm aiming for this one right here. Okay, so let's delete this, and I'm going to show you what is the mean of this order block. This 3 down close candle, okay, that means here this is the mean of the order block, and in my opinion, price, I want to see this BC stay unfilled. Okay, because here is basically a balanced price range. Okay, where is the balanced price range? Here to here. So this is the last line of defense. Okay, for bullish, this is the last line of defense here. Okay, so this is the last line of defense, and this is the weekly CE wick, and you can see here this swing low is the very strong kind of swing low. Lower quadrant of it, displacement higher, came down into this BC, and then not even touching the upper quadrant of it. What is the upper quadrant of it? Okay, actually touching upper quadrant it. Upper quadrant is consecutive order block 6348.5. So the high low comes at 6348.5, 6348.5. So very nicely. So Nasdaq closed above it. So still things are still looking okay. Dollar, we are expecting lower prices into this sell side right here. If you see on 15 minute, you see it's pretty clear. Like, yeah, you can see, right? So this is a sell side here. You can see we rejected in the CB. Here this CE wick. So everything is looking pretty okay on dollar. Okay, at this point you see here form a BC, right? So now here form a BC, I don't expect price to come down here anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna put my stop loss. Put my stop loss to, let's say, here. And I don't want to see any rejection here anymore, okay? So let's put it up here, okay? Nasdaq looking very firm, and yeah, I'm just gonna get my 5 handles, and that will be it. So if here forms a BC, right? If here forms a BC, I'm gonna shift my stop loss up, okay? It's normal to expect Nasdaq not to have any kind of big movement higher. Why is that? Because first of all, Nasdaq is already far above this previous week high. Okay, Nasdaq is already far above this previous week high. If you know what I'm saying, that is the CPI high, okay? And this is the CPI high also. See, this is the CPI high. So yeah, so you can see this is CPI high as well, right at where I entry also. So definitely we are also above CPI high, so we can expect higher prices. So right now, okay, I want to see us close above this 1 hour balance price range, okay? Stop loss, gonna just shift it just somewhere here. Because right now at this point, right, I really don't expect us to feel back in even in this what's that called, even in this CB, this is a balanced price range. So this BC, I don't even expect price to come back down, come back lower to feel it. So this is the negative one level and this is the weekly high. But remember, today is Monday, I'm not going to aim for much, just going to get what I want. So things are looking good above the highs, and only Dow is not above the high, so just one handle away. Two more minutes. Okay, we are still in the 410 macro. So my TP target is one tick below the negative one level, okay? Okay, very nice. Yeah, at this point of time, my stop loss will just pull up here, pull off the risk free right now, because I don't want to see any retracements back now, okay? Yep, submit to it, just one more tick. Okay, and there we go. So that's it for today's scalp. Next is this week high, okay? If I go here, okay, you can see next will be the previous week high right here. So the previous week high is the next draw. So right now, if I'm still in the trade, right? Wait, let's pull out the negative 1.25 level. Okay, so negative 1.25 level is here. Actually, I'm gonna pull out anywhere higher, see if you can get any nesting effect. Okay, so no, don't we have nesting effect, but right now my stop loss will be trailed here already, okay? That means my stop loss will be right here. Yeah, right here. Or actually, if you want a more comfortable stop loss placement, it will be here, okay? Okay, so he will be here. I'll make it pink color. Yeah, so you can see we enter short at 6349, so now the stop is very small. But here partials will be taken already, okay? So let's say two contract in. Here one partials taken, stop loss shifted here. So I already secured. And right now this is the balance price range. I actually don't expect this to be traded into as well, okay? So let's draw the implied dealing range. So how to draw the implied dealing range? That means I'm gonna pull my fib from here up to getting the midpoint of it, connecting with the C of this VC. Means what? So this is what ICT taught you, okay, how to refine it. So let's say this is the measuring gap. This is the measuring gap. Let's make it green, okay? Measuring goal, okay? This is the measuring gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that. This is the implied dealing range, right? Okay, from this low to the high, here is the implied dealing range right now, okay? So I'm going to pull it to the CE of this, okay, and this will be the targets. Okay, so you can see it's right here. Okay, this 6355.5, so it coincides the 1.25 level. So yeah, so I can expect price to reach up there, and from there we have another level up here, negative 0.25 level of the implied dealing range. So if it's measuring gap, we have to see some unfilled kind of reaction. So I will shift my stop loss to here right now. That means right now it's a risk-free trade. Yep, so means what? If I lose, no problem. I've secured profit, I'm in profit, and Yeah, and that's all that matters. $6,349 led to 6,355 means 6 points. So the terminals will be this weekly high, and yeah, we'll come back and see later. This is measuring gap. I want to put a different color, green color. Okay, so green color is the color for measuring gap, and this is the breakaway gap. And if you draw the implied dealing range from here to here, yeah, breakaway gap, measuring gap. You see, measuring gap is right in discount as well. This is the breakaway gap right here. Breakaway gap right here, measuring gap right here in the discount level, so we can expect price to retrace inside here, but I don't want to see any filling here because you can see up down up down up down, then displays higher. So this BC, I want to see some unfilled portion. Okay, so this one, and this is the 1 hour balance price range as well, balance price. So I want to see here to act as some support kind of reaction. So Nasdaq is back at that old swing high, but Dow we haven't traded up into it, and as dollar is still there's still time for it to reach there. So what balance price range I'm talking about? This one. Okay, here. So this is the balance price range. Okay, so this is the balance price range. If we come down, no problem. Okay, so yeah, that's it. You'll see it later. Okay, so guys, we literally reached the, what's that called? The measuring gap. Wait, this 0.25 level comes from where? Okay, this 0.25 level is from the implied dealing range from here to here. So we retrace up at the upper quadrant of the dealing range, retrace back to discount, which I say this is a measuring gap, right? My stop loss is here. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can hold it until price reaches 6,357. Because what I'm seeing here, okay, so this swing high, S&P still above it, Nasdaq no more above it. So right now we have a very not strong kind of reaction right here, as Nasdaq is firm below already. And so the last line of defense right now is still where I'm placing my stop loss, okay? Because this is basically the upper quadrant of the the weekly wicks upper quadrant, order block, fair value gap, measuring gap, and here is where I'm aiming for. Here is basically my terminus, which is the, what is that called? The refined version of the implied dealing range, and this was where I was drawing my fulcrum point. Yep, so we reached the -1 level, and you can see we retrace right at the dot, ding ding. Okay, so Nasdaq showing me not good signs, but we still got Dow. Okay, Dow still painful in this BC. Seeing this C wick, if we pull below this C wick, then that's it already. Yeah, today didn't rest because seeing the charts. And yeah, let's have a look. So there you go, 5 handles, and yep, what a day, man. Can't imagine myself having 5 handles a day during my break time, and it's literally my one whole day. Like literally what I earn for one whole day. So yeah, this just feels really good. I can't wait to, faster desensitize myself from the outcome of trading here, get used to just trading here, and then I'm just going to use Live Fund and do what I'm doing right here, okay? But it's not to say that you can't trade on the phone. But as you can see, even though I'm trading on the phone, I'm still looking at the charts here. That means here actually on 1 hour we have a buy side here, okay? And on 15 minutes, and this is basically the highs that Nasdaq had formed. Higher highs here, lower high, and Dow also lower high. So what I'm expecting is actually a Six Sister idea. That means, but on the basis of if Nasdaq can stay firm, okay, then only we will continue firmly to the upside to clear up these highs, okay. So 6357 will still be my draw at the moment. It will be my draw always, okay, because today Monday we have no news, and that's basically it. If we form a swing high here, that would if we form a swing low here, that would be seen as a ITL, okay, intermediate swing low, and thus I'm gonna expect it to be not traded into. So the weekly, so this Nasdaq chart, it would be nice if to see Nasdaq trade above this swing high and stay firm above it, okay. But if Nasdaq don't do that and just consolidate here, it doesn't mean that we cannot reach for that, what's that called, reach for what I'm aiming for, okay. So dollar starts going lower, and as I said just now in this 15-minute chart, okay, yeah, here, look at that. So here we got sell side, and because this CB, yeah, you can see this CB rejection, CE weak, and right now here is the sell side, focus here. Then later after sell side cleared, the next focus will be up here, buy side, okay. Not to say that here is the buy side, okay, beautiful highs. So let's have a look at euro, okay. Yeah, you must always see other forex like forex pairs, because if you see forex pairs only, you understand that oh, okay, so right now where is it. So as for forex, you can see here we got the sell side, and yes, for forex I usually just see it on a 15-minute chart if it's in symmetry on the 15-minute chart, no? So usually I'll just see where is clean. So buy side cleared here, the CB, you can see you trade above this CB. So where's the next row? Next row will be this order block and this fair value gap, okay. So I'm going to draw it. So this fair value gap right here, this fair value gap right here, and then next will be to the upside will be this order block here. Let's just use the usual one. Okay, so what's the high of this? 1.16474. So 1.16480 is the bearish order block low. Then the next will be this CB. Then the next will be the will be the CE, the mean threshold. Okay. So let's pull out thumb. Okay, so this CB will determine, and as long as we stay inside this 15-minute BC, as long as we hold support inside this 15-minute BC, we will see price reach for the up there, okay. So very simple, but at the moment, if you are seeing the 15-minute chart, or let's say if you're seeing the 1-hour chart, okay, what I'm seeing here, we cleared a lot of buy side already. Okay, buy side, cleared buy side already. And then let's measure this CE week. So cleared buy side, all the buy side here cleared already, you know. So buy side cleared, and then failed to reach for the CE week. Yeah, failed to reach for CE week here, and right now we leave relative equal lows here. Oh, so actually Nasdaq looks pretty firm to the downside. I'm not gonna deny that. Okay, so we have another Fulcrum point here. So how did I measure it again? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys one more time, okay? But it feels like there's so many things. Why? Okay, so what I did was just basically because from this low we start moving, so I placed the low here, and then if I'm expecting this as measuring gap, and right now this fair value gap has formed, I measure it, the CE of it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this. Okay, maybe you guys can see this. Okay, yeah, so this dot 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 is the CE of the measuring gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the CE with the measuring gap, CE, connect the 0.5 level. Then here is the basic level, and you can see the Fulcrum point, which is from where? From here to here, from here to here, negative 1.25 level it is 6355.5, and then the high of the measured implied range is 6355.5 as well. So what can we expect? Definitely I can expect that price. So right now another Fulcrum point here, draw to here, and then let me just pull out everything, see if you can get any context at 6355.5. Okay, so negative 0.25 retracement is 6355.25, so we got quite a lot of context there. So Nasdaq is not wanting to trade above it. That is what making us not go above there. And like I said, when I see Forex is firm to downside, so not very good one here. So right now my stop loss, okay, is going to be trailed to right one tick below this swing low. Swing low comes at what 6350.25, so my stop loss is 6350. And from the entry, so basically I'm in a one handle profit, risk free, and expecting higher prices. And just like I said already, okay, if you measure Fulcrum point, okay, negative one level, so 6358.25 will be the first level above this 6357, which is what 6357 is. Okay, 6357 is this buy side, okay, this 1 hour buy side. So negative one level, the first level above it, 6358.25, which is the Fulcrum point. Okay, we have another buy side here forming actually, besides that here. Okay, so another buy side is engineered here. Actually you can see if I pull here, look at that, relative equal high, guys. So 6354.75. so definitely if price gonna reach here and above this buy side, right, is definitely I have some more context for it to reaching up higher here. Okay, Nasdaq is just not giving me the green light. Okay, but dollar is yes, Dow is yes, but not Nasdaq. Okay, so but never mind, already in risk free position. Stop loss is where I believe it should be, and yeah, we shall see later. Okay, anyway, today this is just demo, this is just practicing, but as you can see, profit has been taken, $25. Bam! So that released for today. Okay, so if we go to the 1 minute chart, just to see how long it takes for me, guys. Okay, so why price didn't went down, even lower? It's because balance price range, 1 minute, don't NABC here. This is the mean order block here, I mean lower quadrant. So let's see, 6347 until 347 plus 311. So this trade take 11 minutes to pin out. So yeah, that's it. Okay guys, so yeah, this was the trade. This is the 15-minute chart. Let's go down 5 minute. Okay, so this was the trade I used as N3, and as I say, this is a measuring gap. So as you can see here, it came down, and here I got stopped out already. Okay, so yeah, once again, just a profit trade, still a profit trade. Let's say, okay, hypothetically, let's say if my stop loss was not trailed here, if my stop loss was trailed like here, and then we formed atypical highs here, okay, and we came back down, bounce here, and let's say when it comes up here and do this big candle, okay, this big candle, I'm gonna take it off already. It's either I take it off or my stop loss will be trailed where? My stop loss will be trailed to here. Okay? But I will just take it off, okay? Remember, it's called running down equity. Cause being boom, boom. So when it boom like that, I'm just gonna take it here, okay? So because remember, yeah, price might run up there, but I only have 2 contracts. So let's say if I have 3 contracts, I'll take one off here and stop loss will be trailed higher. But if I only have 2 contracts, come up here, then I'm gonna take it because here is buy side cleared. As you can see, price stops here, stop at the C wick here. Okay, yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm seeing, this wick here, yeah, this stubby wick. Okay, 6354. Okay, the high comes at 6354. You cannot improve beyond perfection. Okay, just to show it to you guys properly. Okay, here to here, like that, everything. Sorry, Farragut anatomy. Bam, 6354 right to the fucking tick, then rejected lower. Okay, and or let's say if I didn't take profit here, but I will definitely take it here already. Okay, I'll definitely take it here already. Why is that? Because we cleared this buy side into this CE wick. Okay, I'll definitely take one off because it's all about squeezing the lemon. Okay, so I'm trying to squeeze out how much I can squeeze out. And yes, right now here's the buy side, and we still haven't hit it, so that will be that draw. So yeah, that is still that draw. So where's that first displacement? Okay, so if you go 15-minute chart, you can see that buy side. Yeah, right now all these I can delete. Okay, you can see here, this buy side is still really clean. Okay. Hi, and look at this. This is the weekly high. Okay, so this is the weekly high. This is the 1 hour high. Boom, came up again. Boom here. So buy side is constantly being engineered. So yeah, let's go back now. Go back home, baby.